I'm gonna cut like this all over me.
What did you do?
It's on silent.
We're
I
a
don't
hot
know.
mess, y'all.
We're definitely.
Turn your
I'm.
volume on your side
It is
down.
off. It's.
Hit pause.
Cheers.
Well, welcome to Thursday, y'all. Let's just
Cheers.
start this off right.
See, it's doing a thing. Wait, I literally sat down with
Oof.
1 minute to go.
And then StreamYard wouldn't let us go live when we needed to go live because
Yeah.
it said there was like high volumes right now. So, and then I was trying to read because Wade and Julie have had, and I know Paul Honeyman came in, Annie Ann, but they were having
Full-on conversation. I
full-on
love
conversation.
that. That's
That
awesome.
was great.
Well, welcome to another Thursday Night Live, guys. I don't know where the week went, but literally I sat down with less than a minute to go.
Sir Paul.
If I have sawdust in my hair, pay no mind, pay no attention. It's what you get right now. But welcome everybody.
Absolutely. Just seeing everybody coming in, y'all's comments. There's that must have been in there twice.
What?
You put it in there twice.
Well, I had to try to redo it because the first one said, instead of my normal "hello, you beautiful people," it said, "help, beautiful people." Help all you beautiful people.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we evidently needed help today. Holy man.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, seeing Wade in there, mentioned him. There's the Jobs.
Hello.
There's Bodie, Liberty Layers Hideout.
Hi there.
How you doing, brother?
I think I got sawdust in my eye.
Good to see you. Gillum's just sent everybody over.
Nice.
Okay, well, that's awesome. Thank you,
Yeah,
Johnny and
because
Christine.
we didn't even
Appreciate
get
you.
a chance to pop in. Literally, like, boop. Yeah.
Yeah, Arlene, that has been stopping our progress all day long. Is rain on and off. So we finally said enough dodging it, put the tools away, and start working on other things.
I started working on other things.
I know. I worked on holding stuff down, like a chair, the couch.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when you're, yeah, there was that too. As you know, the domestic goddess that I am, I still have domestic duties to do, whether I'm building with him or not.
There's Punky. Hi, Punky.
Hi, Punky.
And Gabby and Sam.
Hi, Gabby and Sam. I still have stuff to do, right? And I still have loads of harvest I'm dealing with already. So for me, it was okay. We're gonna put away the stuff. I can't just sit here. I've got stuff to do.
Yeah.
So
we love that fiddle thing too. That's why we kind of changed that countdown. That's our song. So
yeah. Hi, Leanne.
Yep.
And yeah, so I've been in the kitchen. I've been doing lots in the kitchen. And he got to try a lot. No, we've not seen his new
I've
hat.
seen a couple of them. He got like the duck one. He had a couple different other ones. We just been trying to get so busy we barely even been on. It was almost one of those we weren't even gonna make our own live.
Yeah, almost. I had to shut down my
Jonesy.
Hey,
hot
Jonesy.
Mess indeed.
Yeah, it's been a hot mess. I had to pause my zucchini meatballs because I had to come out and yeah. Oh, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, well, Julia got it and Paul. Definitely gonna need it.
We had some questions about.
Why, yes, we are. We're new here. This is our first time. Hold on.
Yeah.
You would think we were new, huh?
You would think. You know, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were making your meatballs and had to pause to come do this.
No, I finished that part.
Oh.
But I can't. Oh no! Somebody had questioned. A real sweet comment.
Learn with Nana.
Hi, Nana. We had an awesome question to a subscriber who'd gone and watched the replay of last week's live, and she's like, "I don't mean to be like, rude or anything, but like, you guys took sips or drinks when something to do with bagels.
Yeah.
So I'm not, y'all know, if you know, you know.
Top base.
But also we're collecting
Gary
questions for our coffee chat with chickens. And so if you don't know about bagels and crayons, we are going to talk about it on Coffee Chat with Chickens. Thank you, Roy.
What's up, Brian?
Yeah, hard work mentally, because we've got a project, y'all.
Look, see, it's Friday in the feature over there, so
yeah, we've got a big project. And because it's so big, it was like total brain fry today trying to.
Well, when you're starting anything, when we're starting anything is always the worst part. And once you get in your rhythm, but that was hard today because, like I said, we had paused for rain and we started putting tools up because we're like, it's just a little sprinkle. And then we looked at the sky and we're like, there's more coming. And we came in here, we pulled up the radar. It was like, there's even more coming. And so we're like, all right, let's put things up. And we weren't even done putting things up. It's done.
Yeah.
And we're like, well.
I'm like, let me check the radar.
Yeah, that's still coming. Let's just put it up. And then if we can pull stuff out, like maybe it'll be a quick. So yeah, we looked at the radar. There was no quick about
I just had to jump ship.
It's up new.
Once I knew we weren't going to get much further on the build, I was like, okay, I got stuff to do.
That's cool seeing Bodie in here.
Yeah, I've got bean soaking because I'm preemptively.
Heck yeah.
Hi Joe. I'm preemptively giving myself something to do tomorrow, in case there's rain.
What?
So
sawdust feels yucky.
It does. I cannot wait to take a shower.
Oh man,
I feel so gross. Well,
it's better than baby powder. You just go roll in the sawdust.
No, because who was holding the post when you were pounding the post, and all the sawdust is going drizzle, 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 drizzle.
It's man
all
glitter.
Over me.
Man glitter.
Oh, I'm not a man.
Well, you're out there doing man work,
and I was glistening, and so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went out to work this morning, guys, like a construction worker. Man, I had the blue jeans on, I had the t-shirt on, I had the work boots on. I was ready to roll. It lasted about an hour until I was drenched, and I'm like, no way.
We were rolling in sweat.
Yeah.
Because it was funny. We had actually, we started filming for it. We're like, hey, it is a beautiful, and it was. It was nice and beautiful this morning. And then all of a sudden, as soon as we got everything set up tool-wise, poof, here come all the humidity. And it was heavy.
Yeah. But I had to go back to my my go-tos.
Wade wants to know what we're building with all that wood.
I know. Wouldn't you all like to know what we're building with all that wood? And the thing is, guys, there's more than that.
Loose Screw Ranch.
I only showed you a tidbit of the amount of wood that we have out there. Well, hi, Elaine from Scotland. My what do you call it? Motherland.
Yeah.
There's Kat. Got your messages. Got your, yep.
Homestead work is never done.
And not only is it homes, because like we actually got a later start than normal, but then we wanted to on the new build, right? Because my tomato plants are already showing signs of blight. I'm like, no way. So we broke out the sprayers. Jake picked me up an extra sprayer this morning on his way home from work. And I got to treating with my copper. And I did some more pruning.
Found out we didn't need a new sprayer, though.
No, it just, yeah.
Yeah, somehow, even though, like, we've never put any dirt in them or nothing, we keep the tops on them. They've stayed clean, them gallon pump sprayers. Well, I was like, wait a minute. We just bought some of the paint filters for the paint gun. And I'm like, ooh, they're in the side-by-side. Let me grab them out. So I dumped it off into a can, and there was all kinds of crud. Because it just takes one little grain of dirt.
Yeah.
And it clogs that little pinhole nozzle.
Yeah.
There's Troy. Says we got him hooked on wanting to do meetups.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
For sure.
That's a good addiction to have.
Yes. And
hello, Diane.
Yeah, so I would say I spent a good hour and some in the garden treating my tomato plants. I'm not going to be taken out this early with blight. I've never claimed to be an organic gardener, y'all. I don't care. I'm gonna, well, copper's an element, right? So that's natural.
I don't know. We wash everything
It's a
anyway.
fungicide.
So.
Yeah. So had to take care of that.
Oh yeah, Paul. Every time that's Gabby. I don't even think she knows our real names anymore.
No, I don't think so either.
It was a lot of lumber.
Y'all, when we oh my god.
We should have videoed the loading.
I'm glad we didn't,
but I was
a hot mess.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep Home Depot, and I didn't want anything. And those guys looked to me and they're like, buddy, it's okay. We can take some off. And I'm like, oh, no. We're not taking anything off.
We can make 2 trips.
And he's like, well, if you get down the road, because you're only going around the corner, right? You can come back and we'll take some off. And I'm like, yeah, no, that ain't happening. So, because we had to go from our Home Depot and Lowe's are like right across the road from each other. So I was like, we're going over to Lowe's to get some other stuff. And that's going to put more weight on the front of the trailer. Like I had it playing in my head. I'm like, it'll bring that back end of the trailer back up because I had like that much clearance.
No, you had 0 clearance.
No,
we drug.
Listen, Linda. I had this much clearance sitting still. And then you start moving and the tires flexing. And then it was like, scrape. So luckily it was a slow ride to get over to Lowe's. And we got the block and stuff that we needed. And we loaded it on the front. And I'm like, man, I really wish I had went and looked. And I said something before we left home. I'm like, I should go to the shed and get my drop hitch. Well, then something in my brain sitting at Lowe's. And I'm like, wait a minute. I went and looked under the back seat of my truck. And my drop hitch was in there. So that brought it back up. And putting all the block on the front that we needed to...
Don't give it all away. Can't give it away.
Well, there's still block.
Cement.
Okay. It was all on the front. And we made it home just
We
fine.
did, but we couldn't go over 45 without our tail end like swaying. And
Zach Russian. I see him on Facebook.
Oh. It's a scary feeling when that's going backward, swaying. And it took me back to like following David when he had all that steel on his trailer coming over from Florida. And we couldn't go over what, 50, 55?
45.
45. Without swaying on the tail end.
Sam's impatiently but patiently waiting for his
I actually made some hot pickles today. So Sam might be in luck here soon. That was one of the things I did when we came in with our first 3 or 4. The first cucumber we diced up and put on a salad, but
yeah, we try to do that same thing, guys, right? Is have inside and outside work that way.
It never ends for me.
Some of these other projects coming up are going to allow us to do. Right now, we're like, even in the studio, it's hard to work in here because we have so much stuff in here. So we've got a couple projects that are going to free up things in here that on rainy days we can work in the studio.
Yeah.
I don't think it's raining right this second, but we've got from now until Monday, every day it says it's going to rain.
So we're going to actually, because we've got to get booking on this project, right? I'll spill a little bit of beans. This is our biggest project, our biggest build to date.
Here.
It's bigger than the tiny house.
I had to think about it.
So we have to work.
Gwen Dunn said, hello, not looking forward to our 14th weekend in a row of rain.
Yeah.
I mean, good for us is that like we don't have 9 to 5, so our work doesn't just rely on the weekends because you'd be hosed.
Yeah, no, I've got to make good use of my time.
But we still, with it raining during the week and whatnot, is making it uber difficult to get some stuff done.
Well, I think we talked today, and he is gonna set up the saw.
Wade is making stuffed cabbage rolls.
No, mine's almost ready to harvest
cabbage
too.
Meatball soup.
Oh, yummy.
Wade, you need to move to Arkansas. Just saying.
But I think we're gonna set up one of the pop-up tents.
We missed James's. Oh. I think I popped it up there and we got talking. We got you, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna pop up one of the tents, the outdoor shelters, over the saw. because we can't afford to not work.
And everybody better be participating. We don't want to drink alone,
right.
folks.
Do y'all have drinks? Come on.
You gotta,
all y'all, you gotta have drinks.
Throw it in there.
And whenever there's a bagel or a crayon, y'all gotta drink with us.
Gabby's wanting to know.
It's our Saturday.
What's our plans for this weekend?
We are
working around here.
We are working. Well,
I think cousin
Gail is coming to help Swami again.
Yep.
And I don't know. I would just absolutely love it if our daughter would bring Punky down for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah, that is this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there early because, well, we won't see you on Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, it's Bourbon Hillbilly.
Ah, gotcha. Cheers. Speaking of...
I got that. Marines and crayons. Okay, I'll take that. That's on you.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Haha.
Can't take you nowheres. All right, well.
For being factory, I sure bleed a lot.
Bodie made me cash that one out. All right. I just love seeing everybody. This what sometimes takes long is everyone's saying hello to everybody, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, the plantain.
Kevin Dates. Someone finally made a
messaged me about that.
Hello to you, Kevin, and I'm glad you made it in.
Arlene actually sent me some really good salve, so I'm gonna try some of Arlene's stuff.
Speaking of, we got a package.
What? We did get a package.
Yeah. Vamonos.
Oh.
Let's see. I got bug bites on the 0 turn. Plantain oil helped me right away. Okay. Hot Honey is out mowing, and I'm here. See, we don't get to mow. I get to put the brush hog on and shorten the rocks. Dale says raining here now. This is going to be a super fun project for sure. Getting started is always the hardest part. Scott, I think you're doing the rain dance because you have a nice shop to work inside. The rain doesn't bother you to be able to go in and out. Like we don't need the rain. I mean, it's good for the garden because we don't have all the irrigation.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Garden is loving it.
Yeah, see. Hey, you all. I'm here. Not that I'm special. Of course you're special.
Yeah,
you're
of course you are.
You're all trying to get better to watch you all lives. Awesome.
Every Thursday
thank
at
you,
6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Everybody that comes in here is special. Did we say hi to Evelyn Newman?
Hi, Evelyn.
She's saying hi to Wendy.
I was just thinking about you earlier this morning.
So, Bodie... Yeah, this might be the first one that you've come in on this because we just met him at the meetup.
Yeah.
So, you're supposed to hold his post and get.
Oh, Paul. We love you, Paul.
Sister Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Everybody said they were coming over from Johnny and Christine's. I tried to get in for a couple minutes and then it was discombobulated.
Yeah, Bodie, I tell you, between getting that humid. Because when it's so humid.
There's Blaine. Got it.
When it's so humid, like you're not expending, the air's not taking any of your sweat away, right?
Yeah.
And then to be showered in sawdust. Oh, it's a gross feeling. I can't wait to go shower.
Yep. Teresa J. in there reminding everybody,
Hi.
Double check that you gave a thumbs up.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
I'm actually working on something really special for our members. It's going to be fun and it's going to be cool.
Speaking of ordering something, what did we get from Miss Ann?
Ta-da! Thank you, Ann. I love them.
Take one out. People can't see the reflection in the bag. They just said you got a bag of stuff.
Well, I got it. Give me my scissors. You're over here making me work.
Words are hard, Bodie. You don't have to type all the gooder words. We'll know what you mean.
I have one of these.
There's Patrick.
Look at those. Hold on. Give it a second. Aren't those Adorable. Thank you, Anne.
Little seed packets.
They're little seed packets. And on the back, you can write what they are.
For that mother load of seeds that we have.
No, these are for the ones that I collect from the garden.
Oh.
Yeah.
When we start doing it.
I've already been doing it. Haven't you seen the freezer?
No.
Really?
Yeah. I don't get in the freezer.
I've got tons of seeds in the freezer that I harvested last year.
Hey, I got in the freezer today.
You did finally, because we've got frozen going on in the freezer.
So we have one of those.
Thank you, Anne.
Yes,
I appreciate
absolutely.
it.
And
we love you for it.
That was
I cannot wait to put these to good use.
Yeah, no. So we've been noticing lately. So over winter, and I've actually got something. I was talking to an appliance guy that I'm going to try. Our supply line going to the ice maker, because it's a bottom freezer, right? And
which I love.
The supply line froze when it got really, really cold, because there was no way to let that drip, right? And so he said that it could have got clogged, or maybe it's still frozen in the freezer part of it. So the ice maker quit working.
Which sucks.
Yeah, and I've had that line off, but then we've noticed in the last probably week that every few days you go to open the freezer, and it would be like it
frozen.
Snowed,
like
right?
Movie Frozen.
Yeah,
like it snowed in the freezer.
And I got looking,
and
the freezer wasn't shutting all the way. It was leaving just like a 1/4-inch gap on that rubber seal, so it was getting air. It was thawing. I mean, obviously there was a problem. There was like a 1/2 inch of frozen ice, right? I don't know where that water came from or how it got in there, but yeah. And so we had to chip it out, and I actually got a huge chunk of it.
Because I'm like, please, Lord, we can't afford a new fridge right now.
It ain't working unless you have a pair of overalls on.
I've done that once, and it got me a boatload of, well, not a boatload, but it got me some crappy, my worst comments ever. It hurt my feelings. So I probably will never, ever put on another pair of overalls.
Rained all morning, cleared off. Now it's hot and muggy. Yeah.
Oh, Newman's got me.
Yeah.
Your arm is bleeding. Yep. Oh, I tell you, I have been. Oh, that's off. Ew.
You can't. Yeah, you're so funny. Well, the bugs won't get in your mouth now.
That was gross.
Oh, Friday the 13th, huh? I guess that is going to be Friday the 13th. Jonesy's already spraying. He woke up and it's spooky.
Now my lips are numb.
There's Lori Carp. RNC
Hi, Lori.
Acres.
Hi, RNC. Yeah.
All right.
So.
There's Roger and Courtney.
Hello, guys. Well, I was going to say something about last week. You got on me because I talked too much and I didn't let you go through comments. So I'm trying to bite my tongue and let you go through comments.
Survived the flood. So good. Well, that's good, Patrick.
I saw your pictures that you posted, Patrick. Holy wow.
I don't know how anyone works in the heat. I walk outside and nearly die here in Northern California. Yeah.
We work until we can't. We take frequent breaks.
Yeah. I mean, we get a little bit acclimatized to it, but yeah, when it's full-blown summer, I mean, we luckily got a spring this year. And so it hasn't been overly horrible, but yeah, our typical schedule will be like get up,
get out there,
get and work, you know, and then we're done by probably 10, 11 at the latest, and then you find something inside, and we'll go inside, work, and then we try to get back out in the evening, especially if it's a bigger project, like because we'll just leave the tools out.
And this is a big project.
And then we'll get back out in the evening and work when it cooled off a little bit. So
and you know what? I don't mind working through the heat as long as we stay hydrated and we take frequent breaks.
Listen,
Linda, you're really far behind, aren't you?
No.
Oh.
10 minutes.
I don't mind.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Joe. That's insane, brother. Well, thank you. And
my
actually,
2 boards, whatever.
So we can tell him this part of it.
Yes.
So the lumber that's on there are 2x6s, and they're 20 foot long. Yeah. And which we needed longer boards, but we started pricing for the lumber for this project, because we knew that we weren't going to get everything from the sawmill. Like, that just wasn't going to happen, like logistics and all that kind of stuff, right? So,
but I'll fill you in on that here in a minute.
Yeah. And so we got online, we started pricing lumber to see, okay, what is this? Well, I sat here and watched you do it. So it was a wee thing. So yeah, we get online, we start looking at the prices to figure out, okay, hey, we need to know, like, where to shift money, how much we need, that kind of stuff. Like, can we start this project right now, or do we need to save a little more? And all of a sudden, it was those 2x6x20s that are treated were cheaper than like 10-foot deck boards.
Yeah, deck boards, not 2x6s, deck boards.
Yeah. It was cheaper out of all the lumber. Like, it was cheaper buying for what we needed to do. Those 20-foot and
20-foot 2x6.
Well, thank you, Jonesy. You sent $5 for airfare fund.
I like that. Because we bought the quantity discount.
We had to get a different type of block, Patrick.
You know, the quantity discount. So those 2x6x20s.
Oh, hold on.
Treated.
Jackie, hopefully you're still on, but sorry about your migraine. Get feeling better, sister.
Yeah. 1083.
Yeah, doing the bowl, 1087, 1083, something
like that. Which is cheaper than an 8-foot deck board. Just the deck board. The little so the whole thing is getting 2x6s. Ha! Blueberry bagels. I used up all my blueberries and my zucchini bread. I'm gonna have to.
So yeah, and that's why we went with those ones. But
that was just half empty, guys.
It blew our mind that they were cheaper and being treated. And then when we showed up, because we got in there and I'm like, hey, we had to get what 87 of them.
Yeah, 87.
And so I'm like, hey, I'm not loading 87 on a cart and trying to push that thing out, or multiple carts. So I was like, hey, got the work guy and was like, can you just bring us a bunk? How many's on a bunk and how many bunks do we need? Like, you can just load them with a forklift. We'll grab the loose ones if we need. And he's like, well, we don't have treated. And I'm like, well, according to your interwebs right here and the app
right here.
And he's like, that's not treated. It's not, the typical like green.
Thank God. Like, I don't want green.
And we pulled it up and he looked at the data and he says, yeah, treated for termites.
On the
I don't think it's the direct ground contact kind, but it's because that's why the green stuff is for direct contact, but this stuff is still treated. And so we were like, bet.
Score.
Yeah.
Score.
Do y'all grow sweet potatoes? I picked a small bucket of tomatoes yesterday. There's so many tomatoes out there. I'm ready
to start canning already. I've got tomatoes, but they're nowhere close to coming to pick yet.
I think the only thing, what have we been able to just zucchini so far,
cucumbers,
right?
Beans.
Some.
I made you a phenomenal green bean casserole and a ribeye steak last night. How easily he forgets.
I didn't forget.
Yeah. But what's on that trailer, guys, is only like half of the lumber that we have sitting and staged ready for this build, because y'all know he got really, and especially if you watch the Coffee Chat channel, he got really, really down because
that's awesome, Leanne.
That is so cool, Leanne. Thank you.
Shop in the future?
Maybe. A lot of the logs that we had gotten through Eric and Missy over at Tilted K, we tried to mill like 3 and they were rotted, right? And when we were looking at this big build,
I bet, Gabby,
we needed a lot of 4x4s, right?
Cheers, Brian.
So I'm like, baby, can we please at least try one more time? I'm even gonna make you a template. Okay.
Is it a barn?
Maybe. But I told him, I'm like, baby, I will make you a template out of cardboard, and I did. And I said, just shoot for the heart of the log. Put your little marks there with the template, and let's just let's just see if we can get some 4x4s, true 4x4s, which are actually 4 inches by 4 inches, not the 3.5 by 3.5. And y'all, it took me a lot to convince him because he's like, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of gas, it's a waste of my blades. I'm like, baby, please, let's just try one more time. So we spent a day on the mill.
Yeah.
And go ahead, baby, tell him.
We still had to pull one off that was rotted.
Only one. How many?
No, we did. I was glad that she finally, because honestly, and we've been talking about it, it took the wind out of my sails.
It did.
I was at the point where I'm like, why do we even have this sawmill? Like, send it down the road. Put it,
considering selling it.
Because it was aggravating. Like I have these logs sitting here, and yes, we've been busy with everything else and doing other stuff. But even if we would have milled them, we wouldn't have had anywhere that they stayed. I've got wood out here now that I've got to go like scoop up and throw in a big bonfire because we haven't had a spot to protect it.
Gabby and Brian both got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to those. So Kim, Wade Rue actually is and with the recipes.
Yeah.
So we talk what Wade and he can bleep bloop them in your emails. So there's Gabby's.
I just did that.
What, you're doing it again? I told you to wait. And there's one for Brian.
Gotcha, Brian. Yes, if you want to cheers with coffee. I don't know why you'd want to be. If I drink coffee after 4 or 5.
Anne's got a wine margarita.
Nice, Anne. Cheers.
Charlene's got. Okay. Meds is a good excuse not to.
Yes.
Thank you, CT.
Thank you, because like Thursdays are our Saturday nights. This is when we actually get to take a break, and we don't feel guilty for taking a break. That's hard.
I know cabbage and cornbread too. I'm so excited because we're actually gonna have cabbage.
Yeah.
Our
I didn't screw up my spring crops this
third year of growing, and we're finally gonna have heads of cabbage.
It's so different growing spring crops in Arkansas versus Ohio. Yeah. I did make tea
Bobby
today.
maybe. Oh, he bageled, but all right. You drink tomorrow, then, brother.
Yeah. So we were able to mill.
You too, brother. It's not Father's Day there? What do they call it, Jim?
At least
Cragles.
16.
Scott, he combined them. Crayons and bagels. I love
it. We were able to mill and successfully get about 16, anywhere between.
Good for you, Julia.
12 and 16 foot 4x4s. 16 of them, y'all. Do the math and see how much money we saved. Like, and honestly, I'll be honest. Like, what we're building out here is costing less than what the deck did on the tiny house.
Yeah.
And it's going to be built with true 2x4s or 2x6s. Yeah.
Joe got 4 kidney stones removed, but then 2 stents were replaced. You got to be feeling better now.
Oh, yeah. My dad had a stent for quite a while.
There's my battle buddy.
Hi.
So I seen some photos of him and Terry went on a little adventure.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
It's snowing. Oh, but with pollen. Oh. Gabby, don't scare me like that, girl.
There's Dana and Tim and Stella.
Hi, Stella.
Snowing, but with pollen. We had that
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, last week because we're still having it because.
Well, Sunday.
I've been sneezing. Yeah, I've been sneezing like. We went on and I don't sneeze just once. I sneezed 5 times. We went on the river, guys. We actually took a day off. And we went on the river.
Getting bit before.
And I will be putting out the footage of our going down the White River.
Challenge accepted, Wade. I'll take the 20 pounds.
As a bonus video. We know y'all don't. I mean, it's us going down the river, right? So we are going to put that video out as a bonus. Although I could probably put it out as a regular video because I didn't put a video out Tuesday. We didn't have anything.
Good remedy for rot.
But we had such a good time. I did get sunburned on the river. I was a little sketch about going on the river because of the flooding, and our rivers are extremely high. They're doing rescues on the river.
I started 20 minutes behind.
I know someone just passed over by Hardy, so close to Anne Marie, over at Big Dreams, Tiny Budget.
Sounds perfectly reasonable to me, Brian.
And there was a rescue, 2 rescues on Bull Shoals. On the White River, there was quite a few rescues.
I'm on that special ed with you too, buddy.
They lost someone on the Spring River. So, I mean, the river levels are high. Snozberries. And in our video that will be coming out as a bonus video for the river, we almost had a catastrophe. We lost one of our party. So I will be putting that video out as a bonus video.
More of the Leonard.
I don't know what day, but everything's fine. We didn't lose anybody as far as like, no. Everyone that started finished the river. But I can say my handsome man is a lifesaver. And I'll leave it at that. But yes, we did have a thing on the river, and the current did take one of our kayakers.
Thank you, Brenda.
So stay tuned for that video. It's just going to be a bonus video, so I don't know when I'm going to put that out, but it'll be coming out.
Sometimes there is, Jennifer, when it gets cold and I don't want them to melt. Got to keep them fresh. What's up, Scott? Good to see you.
How you doing?
Yeah. Is it too early for bagels?
No, it's never too early. Well, okay. At 1 p.m. today, it was never too early. Oh, I got to do that. I got to drink. Yes, Jonesy. Gosh, he's so awesome. Oh, he's drinking water.
Oh,
really, Paul?
Man.
Really? Is that all you got? Just water?
Brian? Well, I don't think we did. But
Cheers.
We'll do it again.
So, y'all, I think on our last live,
bugs are pure protein.
I still had to process all the carcasses into bone broth, right? We will
Green Archer's attire.
What day was that? Did I already cover this? Was that before last?
What?
The broth.
Yeah. You did that before.
Was that before? So they know I lost half my carcasses.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Tell them. What are you asking me for? You got to talk to them.
I'm trying to remember. Time goes by so fast. I successfully got all of the chickens processed.
Brenda, prayers out for you. Hopefully they get that fixed soon.
And then I successfully got at least
Sister Denise. Good to see you.
Half of the carcasses made into bone broth. I'd been up since like 3:30 in the morning working on the bone broth. It did not hold even with the coolers and the ice.
You come down and try to do comments, Gabby, and tell me how well you stay.
And as a former butcher assistant, I was not happy with. I had opened up the cooler and I caught a very, very faint smell. And I'm like, nope, that's it for me. Done. Peace out. He didn't smell anything. No one else smelled anything, but I don't know. I got a thing about
Arlene, Bagel and Krantz, cheers, blackberry wine spritzer.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I bet that's homemade too.
Huh? If it is, girl, you better bring some. So we were.
A prayer that I can get by. Oh yes, absolutely, Brenda.
Yeah, for
already
sure,
throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Guys, we got some prayers for my wonderful wife. First Father's Day without her father. She's struggling this week. Yes, and for anybody else that's out there, I know this has been kind of a rough year for people. Losing fathers and family members and stuff, but to be a first Father's Day without your father, it's a rough one.
Your first year of everything first is rough. I definitely remember that for sure.
I mean, it's sort of.
Maybe. Sort of. It's big, guys.
Lanterns and flashlights.
Build that we've got.
The only problem with doing it at night is that's what all the bugs will come in, and man, you really get ate alive.
And you just don't have your good field of vision. It's if we had those big floodlights, that might be different. But yeah.
Brian, yes.
Yeah, he was gonna get ready to take it.
I actually was. We were gonna fly it today, which as we're doing this project, we want to do a few of the drone shots from up above, but then I was gonna fly it right before, and just as I got everything synced up, the rain started coming in again, and I'm like, ooh, I don't think I want to try to fly this.
He wanted to go up and get the storm clouds.
Yeah, I was gonna so maybe I'll get a chance in between storms this week to get some cool drone footage like that, but so far, I mean, I love it for what it is.
The video footage, as the editor in our group here, editing the footage of that drone. Honestly, I don't even have to scale to frame. All right. I know a lot of you don't understand that or might not have ever been exposed to it, but there's different frame sizes.
So
right?
Shiloh's only 3 hours. She's on her daughter's phone. Received the message. So
nice. The clarity of this drone is phenomenal. Like, it's right up there with our GoPro 12. I don't have to resize anything.
Is it a barn?
Coming out of there. I'm really impressed with that drone.
Sort of.
Oh, is it a barn?
Ooh, fried green tomatoes last night. With smoked paprika and cayenne. Well, I was out on the cayenne pepper, but
yes.
Don't get a red tomato.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're at. After gardening up north, in Ohio and Michigan, way different. It almost makes you feel like you're a beginner gardener, because everything you've learned, everything you know has to be changed, because you go from one growing season but you have a long spring, long fall. So your cold crops are some of your most successful crops, right? Up north. Down here, timing those cold crops, I've failed. This is the first year that I've actually got it. There we go. I like this yaya.
Kragels. I'm liking Kragels. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's brother Sean.
I'm having to relearn.
Kragels is a new favorite now.
Gardening.
Yeah, I don't know, the rot bug. Is it a stink bug? James Hall was asking about that earlier.
Well, we went around today, both of us. We had our our home defense.
Bang, bang, not okay. There's Dennis Green. Yeah. Good to see you, brother.
Hey there, Dennis.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, and their mothers out there to celebrate with your family, and have a blessed Father's Day coming up Sunday. Love y'all. Absolutely.
I'll let him get through a few more comments. Did you just tacastrophe?
Tacostrophe? I don't know.
I'll drink to that. I don't know what it is, but that's a new word. And hello, welcome to the Ridge, because we make up our own words. I applaud you. Cheers.
Tara, I need to know where to buy those Bahama Mamas in a can.
I know.
Where did we find them in Michigan?
I didn't find them in Michigan. I found them in Ohio, very rarely. I
thought we had found them somewhere up there.
No, I was an officer at the Eagles, and Larry, our main dude at the Eagles, he would order those just for me. But down here, I'm able to find them in a few spots.
Yeah, for sure, Christy.
And
they can be.
They're only $1.69.
You listen away, Faith.
And
you do you, boo.
Like, I dare drink more than 2. 2 is my limit. Pooh, that's it. 2 drinks.
Wait Wade says, don't tell me my full hillbilly drinking wine out of a mason jar.
I did. So, speaking of mason jars, y'all, oh my gosh. So, I was canning all the broth, right? I am like pouring broth.
All you gotta do is get here, Gabby.
And, yes.
Right?
And,
exactly, Paul.
Jason's he's bringing me in jars so I can run them through a sterilization through my dishwasher,
didn't
right?
remember you losing them, so.
I lost about half the carcasses.
Oh, okay. Here's Sheila. I did just tell her about this. Sheila, got your package in the mail today. Would you want a Harvest Right freezer for $1,800? Comes with a lot of other stuff bags.
You have one, Sheila? Really? Send me an email. I don't have my fund up yet. Like, I think we collected what's everybody doing? Like $90 about?
Yeah.
I think I'm about $90 into my Harvest Right freeze dryer fund. So, is it yours? Is it just a marketplace thing that you saw? Like, send me deets. Send me an email. whiterockhomestead@gmail.com. So anyway,
here's another one.
I pick up canning jars everywhere, right? Because I need canning jars.
We talked about doing that, Wade, but I don't know if we're gonna do it or not. There's Johnny.
It would be different if I wasn't also my partner's helper or like a builder, right? If all I did was gardening, so
Kim Rose.
I have to like look at what we're
saying. Hello, just got here. Well,
hello,
welcome
Kim. In. Welcome. But so Golden Harvest, is that the name of the jars that exploded? Yeah. 2 different batches, 2 different pressure canners, Golden Harvest jars.
We need to go to Kentucky.
Totally exploded.
They're slow roasting the groundhog, collard greens, sweet potatoes, crackling bread.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm in.
Nice. I had 1 jar exploded.
Just wine back
in the pressure canner right as I was like starting it
Kevin,
up. The second jar,
hello, brother,
literally exploded when I was filling the jars, and then it burned me because it exploded on me, like the jars right here, and it made a huge mess. So I pulled all the Golden Harvest jars, and now they are going to become drinking glasses. Okay. Cold crap. Yes, so I will be doing a fall. I will only plant and grow what we eat, right? So, cabbage.
Sounds like a good time.
Lettuce.
Outback, Tasmania. Did you see
broccoli,
my next adventure?
Cauliflower.
Not yet.
That's it.
But we'll have to go check that out.
Not yet, yeah. There was someone from Tasmania that commented, and I'm like, is that Jonesy?
No, but I think.
And he's like, yeah. I don't know if it's Jonesy or not. He has too many channels.
I thought you said that word.
I've totally
that had to hurt though. Water going in your nose hurts, but it always it hurts twice as bad coming out of your nose.
Yeah. So, and then going through, because whenever we're at thrift shops, if we see like a big box full of canning jars, I do the math and I'm like.
So Sheila said a lady near her has it. She doesn't use it as much as she thought.
So you know her. Okay.
Okay.
Is it a medium, small,
Sheila,
medium, or large?
you gotta.
Sheila, send me a message.
Email.
whiterockhomestead@gmail.com. I haven't gotten an email.
We didn't get her contact info.
You would have gotten it on your Sergeant's Talk.
No, I'm saying, didn't we have her?
Maybe. I don't know.
Email us, darling.
So, going through.
What's up, brother?
Going through all my jars. I don't even know what these are, but I didn't want to can in them. Atlas mason jars. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, then they become a drinking glass. And then the Golden Harvest ones, out of all 70 plus quarts of broth that I canned. The Golden Harvests were the one that failed. And so I only had one lid pop out of all of those. It was like a successful canning day, right? So I'm not going to use the Golden Harvest jars anymore. They will become drinking glasses. And then there was also some really old vintage
dirt from here, Gabby.
So have you guys seen the mason jars? They're ball mason jars, and they have vertical lines running through them. If y'all know what those are, tell me, because I have a few. Are they like ancient? Are they vintage? Like, what's up with those? I didn't use them because I was like, I want to check these puppies out. But they're a ball mason jar, and then they have horizontal or vertical lines running on the sides.
Oh, Outback Tasmania is Jonesy. It's his new channel doing projects. Oh, well, okay. I have to go check it out.
Because I'm like, is this Jonesy?
His backyard is like
this. Is that Jonesy? I don't know if that's Jonesy. Is that Jonesy? Yeah.
There's Foco.
Hi, Foco Smith. Welcome.
I've had pie filling break in my canner. What a mess that was. Oh, yeah. Well, and there was one.
It's a bummer.
Hold on, we didn't have any of those. Let me go back up because you were talking. 2 All-American 930 loads explode in the canner, which never happened in my life, but was Bernardin, which is ball brand. Well, and I was looking in them. Harvest Blend are ball. There's some on the shelf over there. There's some that'll say like Harvest Blend, and they're
I'm
ball.
I'm gonna say those for like my water bath candy.
Yeah.
I don't think they can hold
up.
I
smell things before other people do too. Yeah,
I do. Aunt Sherry, I do too. Like, it's, I don't know. I think it comes from working with John or something. Like, no one else smelled it, and I'm just like, and now mind you, there was ice on it. There was everything.
We just kind of seeing
I know, because the reason we're not spilling those beans is stay tuned for Saturday's video. Because I think we'll spill the beans there. Because you're going to see us watching it or building it, guys. I've not tried Atlas, the Classico. Oh. No, I thought Classicos were more narrow. Could be. They're making a great drink glass, but I'm not sure about Katie.
Ryder Courtney got some new baby goats. Oh yeah, that's our drinking glasses anyways.
I don't buy glasses.
We did. I think. Well, we've got the ones that have the handle on them that are actually for drinking, but most of the time we can't find them ones, so we just grab.
No, I had 3. Now I have 1.
Oh, I agree, Gabby Paul needs to go to the Ridge for. Well, she's got to do it. I mean, we want her to come before September, but she has to wait till after September because she's pregnant right now, Paul. So we can't full bagel and carrying her till the baby's born.
Yeah.
But after that, it's game on. And if they show up, we'll probably do a pop-up live just to make her come.
Oh, I'd be so excited. Yeah. So excited. I want Punky to see the Ridge.
Jennifer, I got the vertical line jars. Don't remember where I got them. I think they existed. Yeah.
I don't know what they are, and I didn't want to use them, so I'm like, I'm going to set them to the side. Because we pick up so many, we just picked up a whole case at Thrift Shop.
I don't know. I mean, I guess in that case, Brian, that would make sense because they're trained to get drowned, right? They have to do it to get, but that's not a feeling I'd ever get used to.
No. No way. Yeah, Renee, I'd never seen them either. They have these vertical ridges. I don't know.
Tara, if you need canning jars, Mom and I have some. We don't can. We freeze everything. I could bring them for you to look at if everything goes well then.
Yes. Because he was just telling me, babe, we're running out of jars. I'm like, no, we can't run out of jars. I haven't even started on
Jonesy. I've seen the backyard.
I'm not even started on 2020.
You need an escalator to get up to the top fence.
Jonesy, we will make it.
Or we Tasmania. That'd be cool, Jonesy. And you can either do the escalator, right? Or
5-minute warning, my love.
One of those ski lift things, the gondola, so we can get up to the top fence and come back down. Golden Harvest break for me when I did not watch the temps. Jar cold, feeling too hot. When I buy, I try to stick to ball and cur. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna save the Golden Harvest for Some water.
Thanks, Paul. I know. I'm trying to. Let's see. Vertical lines are vintage mason jars.
Really? That's so interesting. I have a few then.
And Sherry says he's used them all, not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the one that you had done, we realized it was like the jar was hot, but then
I was ladling.
You were putting the broth in that was like still boiling.
Yeah. So as soon as my pressure canners were done
with hello, broth, Patty.
I was ladling into my jars. It just happened that it was that jar that broke. Yeah.
Holy crap. Look, I hit a 5-minute warning, right? We're 4 minutes and I caught up to the bottom. Whew.
I've tried to keep my mouth shut.
Hey, Amy, Chris. Don't worry. Faith was in here. She was keeping us in line.
Yeah.
I know. See? She's in here. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Jamie would know for sure.
I mean, they make great drinking glasses. Not gonna lie, wait till next week, guys. I've got some of my pottery to show you guys. Got us on the bagel.
Yes, Dale. Thank you for that reminder, Dale. We will see you guys next because, guys, it's Thursday, but it's Homestead Hangout. So if you didn't, you should have started at 5 Central over at Gillum Farms and heard Johnny and Christine. I know I caught tidbits, and I don't want to go check out his freaking car so bad. But
of course, Gabby, I will.
And then you come to us, right? You're already here, right? That was easy. Boom. But then when you're done, you're gonna go over to Dale and Nana at 9 Acre Family Farms, and they do Kahoot it and have fun figuring out what they've been doing for the week, see the adventures they've been on, the craziness. So that wraps up the Homestead Hangout.
Amy, I miss you. We have so much fun together. Ooh. Absolutely, I'm going to.
Yes.
For sure. We've actually been scaling back our thrifting. Because we don't need anything, y'all. We don't need anything. And when we go thrifting now, it's literally we need a break. There's nothing we need. And so we've been trying not to thrift at all. That day that we stopped.
Yeah. We don't do any lives necessarily on Saturdays. I mean, sometimes we'll do a random with a coffee chat, but it's not a specific day.
Yeah, I almost thought about going live on the coffee chat channel today when we got rained out on the big build.
Thanks, Faith. We appreciate you so much.
I want to tell you guys, stay tuned for Saturday's video.
Oh, Melissa, storming in Mississippi. Yes. Yeah, probably part of what blew from here over to there.
You guys will be able to see firsthand what we're building next, and it's bigger than the tiny house. Wait till you see it. It's much needed. I am so stoked for it. Stay tuned for Saturday's video. I know I actually did not spill the beans, baby.
You still got a minute and a half.
I didn't spill all the beans. I mean, if somebody was going to wait to the very last minute of this live, that's when I would spill the beans. Can I? On the very last minute, right before you get ready to roll? Wouldn't that be cool?
We got 1 minute left.
1 minute left?
There's tea.
Don't
cut yourself off at the end. I know, I got to time that a little better. I kind of screwed it last time, didn't I?
I don't know. Oops.
Good
night, everyone.
Doing the good end.
I'm going to spill the beans. Should I? 1 minute left to go.
Oh.
If y'all made it.
What's the word? Oh, they got 30 seconds, so.
All right, 30 seconds.
All right.
It's the very end,
There's
right?
129 of them still in here.
We're building the summer kitchen and a huge deck. Huge deck for entertainment. And it's going to have a bar. And it's going to have lights. And it's going to have just awesome entertainment space.
Yeah.
Don't put it in the comments, guys. If you were here and you waited long enough for this live to end, you are in the know. Don't put it in the comments. Don't say what it is that we're building. Let everyone else wait and find out on Saturday.
ATM was right. All right, y'all. Get over there.
Good night,
9 Acre Family Farms. Go on. Get on out of here. Go.